you have to rant about?
Oh my god. Amazon, worst customer experience of all time. And this happened last week. Oh, jeez. It's nearly unbearable to speak about. But essentially, all I wanted to do was to change my email address. And my email address for my Amazon account was an old email address I stopped using years ago and just never bothered changing. And I wanted to change it to my current one, which is a Gmail one. What happened is I accidentally created a secondary Amazon account under that Gmail months ago, a long time ago. I realized that was a mistake because I actually wanted to log in, but created it by accident. And yeah, I had to delete it, which was fine, but then it caused issues because it was still in their database for some reason. So knowing how this stuff sort of works, I imagined it was a pretty easy fix. You just purge it from the database or whatever. But it was not that easy through customer service. First of all, I had to go through the live chat with like some people from, I don't know, some customer service across the seas. No idea who they are, but they were horrible. Absolutely horrible. I think I spent like multiple hours on it, and they just kept telling me to do the same shit. Like, it's stuff that I already know because I've tried it, and that's why I'm going to them. But they're just walking me through what I already did, telling me I did it wrong.
Okay, so what's happening is you're going from one customer service like department, and then they're like, oh, we need to send you to this customer service department. Then you're explaining the same story. They're giving you the exact same rundown steps that you've already done. Correct? Is that what's happening?
That's not even there yet. Like, I've been talking just to live chat, which is like base point, like level 1 customer service, like noob stuff. The thing is, you know how when you want to change your email address generally on any site, you have to enter in your new email address, confirm your new email address, and then enter a password, your existing password, to essentially make sure you're the person that's trying to confirm it, right?
Mm-hmm.
This help person kept insisting that I have to create a new password, even though there's one password field. I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. But this person just kept insisting. So I'm like, fine, I'll do it. Obviously, it didn't work. And she kept saying she'll give me an email, which would go to my non-existing email address, right? Because I'm using like a non-existing email. And I'm like, dude, I won't receive because the email does not exist. And then she like just completely ignores that. And she's like, oh, your email is sent. Can you check it and follow the instructions? I'm like, no, because I told you this is like the base of my problem, that this email account does not exist anymore. So after like an hour or something, I escalated to her manager. And at this time, she's like a little hesitant or resistant, I guess, on forwarding me to her manager. She's like, oh, he'll just come to the same conclusion as me. I'm like, well, what the fuck? Why are you telling me this? I want to talk to him. And eventually, she finally got me to him. And just as she said, he did this exact same thing. I had to go through the exact same thing. This was hours. And finally, I'm like, dude, is there anyone technical that I can speak to that would know more about this shit? Because it should not be this hard. Some account specialist or something. And he's like, okay, I can get someone to phone you. What's your number? Give him my number. And a few seconds later, Amazon calls me, which is pretty awesome, right? I started talking to this person, but realized she's just level 1 phone support again. So I have to like talk about everything from the beginning. She walks me through the exact same shit that I just did like for hours. And yeah, it's just so infuriating. Eventually, I get escalated to a tech person that is related to accounts specifically. So this guy seems like he knows what he's talking about, so I just go straight to it, asking him, what the hell do I do in this specific situation? And he's like, okay, I can just merge your accounts because you have nothing on there. I'm like, what do you mean? I have like purchases, I have gift cards, I have tons of shit. And he's like, no, you have absolutely nothing. I'm like, how's that possible? I'm looking at it right now. And he's like, wait, are you on the .ca? I'm like, yeah, that's where I came from. And he's like, we're .com. I'm like, oh my god, I spent that guy on live chat forwarded me to .com. He got .com guys to call me, even though I was on the .ca site. So that was like more than an hour wasted talking to the wrong people. I'm like so pissed at this moment. So that guy's like, okay, sorry about that. I'll forward your call to the .ca people. However, that starts me back at the level 1 customer service talk again, where I have to go through the very basics of my problem. And they, again, I don't know why this is their, I guess their process, but they get me to try to do the exact same stuff, even though I'm very insistent that I've been trying this the last hour or more than an hour. But this guy's a little more understanding, and I get escalated way faster, like within 10 minutes instead of like the hours or whatever. He was not, I guess, resistant on what I'm saying. So I get forwarded to some tech guy or something like that, and he's like, our account people are not working right now, so we'll get them to call you back in 24 to 48 hours. I'm like, all right, fine. More than 48 hours passes and no call, so I just call him back. And this time I have like zero patience. I'm like straight up to this person. Okay, I spent like hours talking with like 5 different people, 6 different people. Just forward me directly to an account specialist like right now. And then he's like completely resistant. He's like trying to get me to do the exact same shit again. And I'm like saying, okay, let me tell you what I did. And if you're trying to tell me to do the exact same shit, please don't. So I went through that. And finally, he's like, sensing how angry I am, because at this point, like my voice is raised. I'm like swearing and stuff like that because it's just ridiculous at this point. Mm-hmm. Forwards me to the tech guy, and what happened is I briefly go over like within 1 minute summary type of thing, and he's like, "Oh, okay, I can fix that for you." I'm like, "Really?" He's like, "Yeah." So what happened was that the guy who originally deleted your account didn't do it properly. He didn't release your email from the database. So even though the account is deleted, the email still exists. Here, let me just... It literally takes him 10 seconds. I'm like, thank you. Because that's exactly what I was thinking should have happened the first time I contacted them. Yeah. But instead, it's like a complete shit show of hours of wasted time.